Today, we got in some situations, starting at different parts of the field. Got a little of that, then we played a quarter of football, and so got in and tried to get the flow of a game going. And so I think it's a really, really good day. I thought the effort was good. And I thought we made some progress here today. Some guys stood out. I think Isaiah Ford had 4 catches, 94 yards, and the Phillips kid had 2 catches for 10 yards. I mean, both those freshmen showed out a little bit. Hodges makes a nice catch. So Marshawn Williams, I guess, had 54 yards rushing. I thought there's some good things. Again, you worry, as a head coach, you worry about, okay, good things happening offensively, what about the defense? Good things happening in defense, what about the offense? But I thought there was enough good on both sides to go around today. I think we'll learn from this. We're going to spend the next 2 days watching this video, learning from it, and then covering unusual situations that come up in a ball game, ever unusual situation you could ever think of. We physically, mentally and physically try to cover it here in the next couple of days. So that's, and then have a regular game preparation for William Mary beginning Sunday.
Who's going to start at quarterback for you guys against William Mary?
We need to talk, and we'll be, I think, putting some.
Do you have a pretty good sense coming out, even if you don't want to share it, that you kind of know?
I think we need to meet with Scott in the offense, and then talk with you guys.
You mean soon? You mean like this weekend?
Yeah. We're gonna move forward here pretty quick.
Are you happy with whatever it ends up being? Do you feel good about the kids you have there?
Quarterback?
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's they've made it hard. Both of them have played really well, and then Motley being out. I thought Motley got back today and did some good things, made a couple throws that was suspect, but they made it hard because they have performed. Both of those guys, Leal and Brewer, both have performed really well.
You feel like you're any closer with your offensive lineman at the same time as far as getting that starting 5 and
yeah, again, I think we'll sit down and watch this video and put a lot of, I told the kids, we're going to put a lot of emphasis on that and get our dress squad, for the game and get ready to roll.
Do you want to play both Williams and McKenzie, or would ideally you?
We're going to talk about that. We, Scott and Shane, myself, we met a little bit this morning and talked about the situation, and we're going to talk about it in detail after we watch this video.
What about Isaiah Ford? It's going to be tough to keep him out of that first group, right?
Yeah, he's definitely a go. I think that kid's got a lot of ability and level head, good.
Could he start?
He could. I think he's listed #1 right now.
Could you tell me any differences, Coach, with, you guys pushed back your scrimmage 2 days, kind of?
Yeah, I got thinking about this. Things kind of work for a reason, maybe. But I think the 2 scrimmages, we've done 3 scrimmages in the preseason forever. And I always get a little disgusted with that last one or the second one because, it kind of gets a little bit old. And usually it's the last one. I think this way, the first one is fresh and we had a great scrimmage. And this one, turned out to be a great scrimmage. And they got their legs back under them yesterday. And so I'm inclined to do things different here in the future.
How did Trey look today? Did he
run
much? Or yeah?
Yeah, he had a couple runs. He doesn't. To me, he doesn't look like the same there. He's working hard to get there, but I don't see that burst right now. But the only way you keep working and get it back.
Do you have a cutoff date in mind coming for game week for when you need to see some kind of that burst from?
That's that's part of that tailback discussion that we're getting ready to have. So.
How's Corey Marshall look? You talked going in that he would be a big part of things.
Yeah, very good. I think Corey had a good preseason. You notice him. You know, he's a guy that, you know, catches your eye, and so that's a good thing.
You had a lot of defensive guys nicked up for the last scrimmage. Did all those starters play?
Yeah, most of them. A couple of them. Ronnie Van Dyke didn't go today, and but most of them got back.
Decided on a kicker yet?
We getting closer on that. It's probably all going to happen here at once.
The ball and allow him to make plays, and it wasn't just Isaiah. A lot of different guys were doing different things, making plays, and it was fun to watch from a unit today as a whole.
I know there's so many packages with wide receivers, but Frank said it sounds like he might be able to start the season. Is that a possibility with him?
There's no doubt about it. I mean, you're going to play the best 2 or 3 guys, whatever you count as your starters, and he's definitely in that group, and you know, you deserve it. Period. If you go out and you do what you're supposed to do, and you hold your end of the bargain, you know, as a coach, you have to uphold your end of the bargain, which is put the best guys on the field. And right now, he's deserving of that.
You said at media day that you thought he and Phillips would handle it when there was more contact, more plays involved. How did they kind of transition? Was there any bump, or was it pretty smooth for them?
It was pretty good. Those guys are good football players, you know, and having a chance to be able to go see those guys play in high school and have a chance to see them over the course of this camp, they've both done a really good job, and both you know, had a chance not only today to do some different things, but catch some passes, and you know, and both scored a touchdown, or both had a chance to score touchdowns today. Isaiah with 3, Cam with 1. So you know, both guys that you'll see out there early and often, and you know, in addition to you know, Josh and Willie and Carlos and Dimitri and Deion Newsom and some of those other guys. So you know, just different guys doing different things, but really proud of the 2 young guys. I think they had a great camp, and for a first camp, I mean, just looking at the difference between last year's camp and this year's camp, it's like night and day, and that's really fun from a coach's standpoint to see not only the guys in your room are progressing, but the guys you brought in are pushing the pack and sometimes taking over some of those like, you know, areas in the pack.
You guys do that little one-on-one thing at the beginning. It looked like Isaiah got matched up on Kendall and had a catch on him. To see him do that against somebody of Kendall's caliber, what does that kind of tell you about him?
Good football player, competitive. You know, Kendall's a good football player, he's competitive, and you know, at the end of the day, you know, competitive people are going to make your football team better, and Kendall's done a good job of going against him during practice and pushing him. And you know, don't get me wrong, Isaiah beat him on the one time, and everybody got the video. There's plenty of times where Kendall beat Isaiah on plays where they both could have made the play. So, but that's what practice is about. When you can go into practice every day and feel like your guys at wide receiver are making the DBs better, and the DBs are making your guys at receiver better, you almost get to the point where the games are easier than practice, and that's, you know, kind of the goal. I think at the end of the day, every DB or receiver coach will tell you that if you can make practice easier than the game, you're going to have a lot of success come Saturdays.
Regardless of who wins, gets named the starting QB, do you feel at this point it's clear that whoever wins it maybe is set up better for success than Logan was, just in terms of pieces being maybe more ready around him?
I think the running game is going to be improved. I think that having Bucky and Ryan Malik back are going to really help this whole organization as an offense. I think that obviously these receivers we have are a year older, and you know, whoever gets named the starter definitely has pieces around him that I feel like Logan didn't have last year, and that's tough. You know, we relied on Logan so heavily last year. If he played well, we won. If he didn't play well, we didn't, and that's a lot of pressure for anybody. You know, and that's kind of the way we went last year. I think this year will be a little less pressure on that quarterback.
They both threw 2 touchdown passes, and we'll watch the tape and hopefully wrap this thing up very soon.
What is the game plan? Obviously, tape tonight. Will you meet with them tomorrow? When do you?
We have a staff meeting tomorrow, so after the staff meeting, we'll discuss what direction we're going to go in.
And then you bring the kids in. This is all new. I mean, for you to doing this, will you bring them in together? Do you bring them in one by one?
I don't know how we're going to do it.
This is purely off the stats, so I don't really know. But was there more of an emphasis on throwing the football today, or was that just sort of the way it played out?
No, we were No, not at all. There wasn't an emphasis. So we were successful running the football on our first scrimmage, and they tried to take away the run and did some things a little bit different, so we had to throw it a little bit more. But no, the emphasis wasn't completely on throwing the ball at all.
How did Marshawn Williams look? You got him cleared.
Yeah, it was really nice to see him out there for the first time and in a long time. So getting him out there, knocking the cobwebs off him was a really, really good thing. And you saw some fresh legs, which was really good. He's done a great job getting his weight down while he was injured. So it was good to see him out there.
Are you hesitant though to play 2 true freshmen? And is there any sense of like, okay, well, redshirt 1, or you might just go ahead and use both of them?
You know what? We're going to sit down as a staff and we're going to talk exactly the direction that we're going to use these guys, and you know, we're going to play the best guys.
Do you sense whoever gets named the starting quarterback, they're maybe set up better for success than Logan was last year, just in terms of guys' comfort with the scheme, maybe an upgrade in personnel? Do you feel like whoever you name here is maybe better set up than last year?
Yeah, last year, as you well know, I mean, you know the scenario that we were in last year, and particularly early. You know, whenever you look at the first 4 ball games, it was you were still trying to find out which guy could give you an opportunity to make a play, and I thought the receiving core, as the year went on, improved. But the major difference is I think that we have some guys out there at the tight end position, the receiver position, that can make a play. And you see us making plays in practice, and that wasn't necessarily the case last year at this time.
Isaiah Ford, I'm not sure if they asked you already about him, but 3 touchdowns today. How big a part is he going to be of this? How much playing time has he forced his way into?
Well, he's a guy that as soon as he stepped on campus, you heard from the DBs that he's had a chance to be really good. Obviously, never got to see him, but then as soon as you walked out in first couple days of training camp, you noticed him.
How encouraged are you right now with what you're seeing from the offensive line?
Yeah, well, we have some guys banged up that we're going to bring back, and we're going to get healthy and full go in that area, and training camp's ending right at the right time. For a lot of reasons.
Obviously, we didn't get to watch any again. Can you take us through any of the touchdowns? Describe. I mean, were they breaking tackles? Were they deep balls? What kind of?
There was a combination of some play action passes that we were able to complete. We had some explosives, which was good in the throw game. The run game, we had more explosives in the first scrimmage than we did in the second scrimmage. They were going to make sure that we weren't going to run the ball, so we had to throw it a little bit more than planned.
And the interceptions, who were they and what were they?
It was a look that we really haven't looked at, and so it's a little bit on us, and obviously we got to take care of the ball regardless of the situation.
Who threw the picks?
We had 1 interception with Brewer.
I know it doesn't really matter this close to the season. You kind of have to make a decision, but you feel like you have the information you need to pick a quarterback?
Yeah, you know what, we were able to throughout these last couple weeks in evaluating past performances, evaluating academics. There's a lot of combinations in this decision. You know, there's obviously performance is number 1. But at the end of the day, it's who we think that can go out and lead our team and gives us the best chance to win. But regardless who we name, it doesn't matter which direction we go. They're both going to be needed. This is a very physical league. It's a league where you're a snap away, and the luxury that we had, or Virginia Tech has had over the last 3 years with Logan, is he's 6'6". He's 255 pounds. That's not our luxury this year. So. Regardless of which direction we go, they're both going to be very, very important to the success of our football team.
Is the other guy going to be the backup, or is Motley, now that he's getting healthy, is there a competition there?
You know what? The situation that we were in with Mott, this is the first time that Mott's had significant work in in a long time, just because really spring football, whenever you really look at it, he was able to do some individual because of his slight injury. So this was really his significant, and we made a point to try to get him out there as much as we could today to try to knock some of the cobwebs off him too.
Do you feel like if you had to throw him out there for any reason that you could win games with him right now?
Oh, I don't know. You know, we were. I always have confidence in my guys, so regardless who's out there, you always, as a coach, think that they're ready to go play. But you know, it's really unfortunate for him missing all that time. Those reps are really crucial, and it was out of his control, in my opinion, completely. I mean, he did everything that he was supposed to do, and this is really his first really significant work since really spring football in all actuality.
Trey, looked like you said earlier in the week you were a little worried about his health. Is he ready to?
You know, sometimes I think he looks great, and you got to remember what kind of injury that guy had. He had a really, really bad football injury, and you know, I think in his mind he's getting closer every time that he's out there, and he's feeling better every day, and I think that'll take care of itself with time.
What was working so well? What was clicking for you today?
Well, before we went out there, Coach Moorehead told all the receivers, he said, put everything together that we've been working on all camp and just make plays. And the plays presented themselves, and I tried to make them.
You told me at media day that once it was full contact and full offense, you knew it was going to get harder. Based on those numbers, it doesn't look like it got too hard for you. So what's the adjustment been like?
Well, from the first day we put on full pads, it was a transition. I had to get used to the physicality and everyone being bigger than at high school level, but I feel like I transitioned pretty well. And then I just got used to doing the things that I've been doing my whole life, just trying to make plays and attacking the ball.
How exciting, surprising is it that you've put yourself in position to be a freshman starter on this team?
It's amazing. It's truly a blessing. I mean, I've been working hard my whole life just for this moment. I've been preparing for this a long time, and to see it actually start to come true is truly a blessing.
What's it been like for you going against Kendall Fuller right there? I know he's gotten the best of you a couple times, but do you feel like you're kind of getting a little closer to being able to take him out there?
Yeah, the past couple of days, me and him been going at it really, really hard, but it's amazing to go against him. You don't see too many corners with his talent and his IQ at the position, so I have a real good upside on that. As far as in the game, it won't be that tough.
Isaiah, what type of wide receiver are you? What will you bring to the table for this? What do you think you bring to the table for this offense?
I think I bring someone that can make plays down the field or with the ball in his hands. I feel like I can just when we need a big play, I feel like I can make one.
We didn't get to obviously see. Can you describe the touchdowns? Do you remember what the play calls were? What kind of?
One of them was just a vertical down the field. Well, two of them were down the field throws, and one of them was through the middle, across the middle.
So any breaking tackles, or was it all getting
open? It was
open?
just all getting open. Yes, sir.
All three of those plays, who was covering you? Was it Kendall on all three, or was it?
Nah, I didn't get Kendall today. I don't remember. I think I had got Greg Stroman one time, and I got Terrell Edmonds. I don't remember the last one, though.
Do you keep track of how many times you get Kendall?
I don't keep track, but I remember those plays. So. And I'll see him, and when you get Kendall, he'll always tell you, like, hey, man, good job. And yeah, but we got a really good battle going on. It's a lot of fun now.
Any stick out in your memory from August?
I think I got him one time yesterday. I got him on a curl route, and I ran a really good curl route. And he gave me props for it, but he's got me a bunch of times too.
Did Moorehead tell you when he was recruiting you? Did he say there's an opportunity here for immediate playing time? I mean, was that a selling point for you, or how, or was it, did you kind of come into training camp and realize, hey, there's maybe an opportunity?
When he was recruiting me, he did tell me. He said you're gonna have a chance to play early, but he did tell me. He said, I'm not gonna give you anything. You got to work for everything you want or you are going to get, and that's how I won. That's how in high school it was. So it was. I really appreciated that he was really honest with me, and that's one of the biggest reasons why I came, and he told the truth.
There's a rumor that you may convince one of your high school teammates to come visit here, maybe?
Yeah, I've been working on him really, really hard. He's taking a visit here. Well, we're not going to talk about it too much, but yeah, he's taking a visit. Hopefully, we can pull a flip.
You were a Louisville commit at one point, is that right?
Yes, sir.
And that switched after Strong left?
To be completely honest with you, I took an official visit here while I was committed to Louisville, and after my visit, I was completely 50-50. I didn't know what I was going to do, so I just prayed about it, and then Coach Strong left, so it's kind of the answer to my prayers. So once he left, I automatically knew what I was going to do.
How much did it help playing at Trinity? Like, you guys play one state, have such a big-time schedule, and playing against a lot of big guys, or even going against your boy there in practice. I mean, how much does that help prepare you for this?
I think that prepared me more than anything. Really, the coaches. I was blessed in high school. I had some of arguably the best coaches in high school football. There, and then we went against some of the best talent in the country. The #1 corner in the country. I got to see him every day in high school, so he prepared me a lot to go against Kendall and Brandon Faison and Riley and all those. So I feel like I was very well prepared coming in.
I know you had expressed an interest in trying to play basketball here, and I know it's all football right now, but do you still want to do that? Have you talked to anybody about doing that?
Yes, sir. When the first day I got here, me and my mom, we went to talk to Coach Williams, and he said that the deal was still the same, but he said I can't go over there until Coach Beamer lets me go, of course. But right now, my main focus is just football.
So he hasn't. So you'll broach that topic with Coach Beamer once the season's over.
Yes, sir. And we've already had that discussion too.
So he's gonna is he gonna let you join, like in January? You'll join the team.
Yes, sir.
How tough do you think that'll be?
It'll be tough. I know it'll be tough. It's always a little rough transition when you go from football to basketball, but I've been doing it my whole life, so I'm thinking.